Hey Linkin Park fans, welcome to this video. I know many of you are here because you want to know what I think about Emily Armstrong joining the band. But before we dive into that, let's take a moment to talk about Chester Bennington. I was born in the 90s, and like so many of you, Linkin Park was the soundtrack of my childhood. Back then, their music was something I enjoyed casually. But as I grew older, as life hit harder, and as my own struggles with depression and mental health surfaced, their music started to mean something much deeper. Chester's voice. It wasn't just a sound, it was a lifeline. His lyrics, his pain, they felt like they were pulled straight from the darkest parts of me. Knowing that he was fighting those same battles made me feel less alone in my own fight. It was as if, every time I listened, he was reaching through the music, saying, "I get it. I feel it too." Chester wasn't just a voice. He was a soul who carried the weight of his trauma, yet chose kindness. Think about that, someone who went through so much pain, still finding the strength to be compassionate. That's why we loved him. That's why we still do. If I could go back and meet him, I wouldn't even need words. I'd just give him the biggest, warmest hug, hoping he could feel the gratitude for all the ways he unknowingly helped me, helped all of us. But the heartbreaking reality is, I'll never get that chance. None of us will. Chester is gone. His voice was a gift, but it was the raw, unfiltered emotion behind it that touched us. Every note he sang was filled with the weight of his battles, the kind that we, too, face every day. And when I listen to him now, I can still feel that connection. It's like his voice is still trying to heal the broken parts of me. But no matter how many times I hear him sing, it's always followed by that same ache, because he's not here anymore. I wish we could have saved him. He gave his heart to millions, and yet, none of us could save him when he needed it most. That pain. It stays with me. But even though Chester is gone, he's still with us in every song, in every lyric, in every note that helped us through our darkest moments. He's not just a memory, he's a part of us now. So, let's talk about Emily Armstrong. I get it, trust me, I do. For so many of us, Chester was more than just a musician. He was a beacon of hope, a voice that gave words to our pain. And now, Emily is stepping into a role that feels almost sacred to us. Some of you are angry, some of you feel like it's disrespectful to even think about someone else standing where Chester once stood. I understand that. Because, let's be honest, no one will ever be Chester. Emily isn't here to replace him, no one could. But she's not trying to erase what Chester meant to us. She's here to carry the legacy forward in her own way. I know that when Chester sang, it felt like our struggles were being sung back to us. That kind of connection doesn't just disappear. It's part of the band's DNA. Emily may not carry Chester's scars, but she brings her own story, her own strength. And just like Chester, she's pouring herself into this music. She's a part of Linkin Park now, and that doesn't take away what we had with Chester. It adds something new. I know it's hard. The new songs won't feel the same, and that's because Chester isn't singing them. But that doesn't mean the music has lost its soul. Linkin Park is more than just a band, it's a place where we found healing, hope, and connection. Chester's voice will always be a part of that. But Emily deserves a chance to be a part of it, too. Her voice is powerful, and the music still speaks. It's different, but that's okay. Life changes, and so does music. In the end, we have to face the truth, Chester is gone. But that doesn't mean the band has to stop. Chester wouldn't want that. He believed in music's power to heal, to bring people together, and that's what Linkin Park continues to do. So, my fellow fans, I ask you, give Emily a chance. Let's not meet her with hate. Let's welcome her the way Chester would have, with kindness. As the band's album once said, from zero. We start from here. Rest in peace, Chester. We'll carry you with us, always. And to Emily, we see you. We hear you. Thanks for watching, my Linkin Park family. Peace out.